Okay, so Newcastle have apparently put in a bid. This is reportedly our first official bid, and it has immediately been rejected. Yes, that's right. We put in a bid of 40 plus 5, apparently, for Anthony Elanga at Nottingham Forest, and to be honest, we kind of lowballed them a little bit, so it's not surprised that they rejected it. And I can't really blame them, because if someone came in for one of our key players, as Man City were rumoured to be doing with Tino, you would put a massive price tag because you don't want to lose your best players. So I'm not really surprised that Nottingham Forest have rejected that bid. Now, is Anthony Elanga a massive upgrade for us? Well, not really. I mean, we only have one right winger. So we do need to buy someone. We do need to bring someone in. He is not a massive upgrade if you look at the stats for this season on Jacob Murphy, but Jacob Murphy has had probably the season of his career. He has scored, I think, 13 goals and 12 assists, 25 goal contributions. This has been an amazing season for Jacob Murphy, but he will struggle to recreate this season going forward, especially since he is the wrong side of the big 3-0 now. So Newcastle will need to bring in a right winger, but is it worth breaking the bank for Ilanga? I'm not sure. It's been reported that they would like something closer to 50, 55, or maybe even 60 million pounds for Anthony Ilanga. Now, he is young and he is a Swedish international, so there's a link with Isak there, but I don't think we should be basing our transfer business on who Isak is buddies with. So if they don't want to sell him at a decent price, maybe we should look to move on. If we are not willing to spend 60 million on Brian Mbermo, or not willing to pay 63 million for Eze at Crystal Palace, I don't think that Ilanga offers real value for money if you start to get into the kinds of fees that Nottingham Forest will demand. And also, there's another thing. Maybe the emergence of this guy has made the club rethink about how much money they want to spend on a right winger. Osula is absolutely tearing it up this summer. He is in great form, and potentially he could have a breakout season next year. And if we bring in a right winger, this will heavily curtail the amount of minutes that he could possibly get. So maybe Eddie Howe is looking at this form that Osula seems to be going through at the moment, and he's thinking, maybe I don't need to spend a lot of money on a right winger. Maybe I can reuse that money in other places. Last summer, we were keen to bring in Trafford, and it seemed that we had contract agreements all set up and ready to go, but it fell through. And now we went back in for him, but it seems that Burnley are keen to try and push the price up on that up to like 40 million because they have to pay a chunk of that money to Man City. So maybe Newcastle are thinking, well, if we don't spend so much on a right winger, we can just bring in the keeper we want. But it's there seems to be a strange narrative happening at the moment that Newcastle can not sign players until after the 1st of July, which is kind of weird. People are sort of saying that maybe PSR, our old nemesis PSR, is getting in the way and stopping us from signing players before July the 1st. And this just kind of blows my mind because Newcastle have not spent any money of any note in the last 3 transfer windows. We are in the top 20 of revenue generating teams in all of Europe, and yet apparently we are still struggling with PSR. I mean, it blows my mind that anyone could even suggest that PSR is still hampering us. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Goodbye.